So I've been building a GPZ 900R from 1985 up from the ground. In the last video on the GPZ, I managed to get the wheels and the front forks attached onto the frame. So now we have a rolling chassis. And today my intention is to finish off the front forks by refurbishing the anti-dive units for them and then attach the calipers to the bike. I'm actually going to be having a nice tidy workbench this time. Normally, I just get absolutely covered in like oil and grease and stuff, but I thought today we will try and be a little bit more professional. Okay, here we have Uno Anti-Divo Unito. And then we have Duo Anti-Divo Unito. So the first thing I need to do here is to basically just take them apart. Now there's some components that I'm going to be replacing and there's some components that I'm going to be reconditioning. So I guess get some tools out and start undoing stuff. It looks like we've got a couple of screws there, Allen keys there. Need a spanner for that one. Okay, these are actually a bit worse than I remember them being. Here I have a rebuild kit courtesy of the GPZ shop. The GPZ shop. Shout out to Sean for sorting those out for me. Thank you very much, mate. If you need any bits for your GPZ 900R, here you go. There's Sean's number. You can ping him a WhatsApp or a text or give him a call and he'll sort you out. Right, so we have all nice new bits. So seals, O-rings, springs, clips, bolts. Let's just start taking these apart. I'll do them one at a time, I think. Take some photos. I'm going to do that now because I want these obviously to be in the same orientation. Now when I tighten these back up, it'll probably be easier to do it on the bike because then I can bolt that into position, and then tighten the tube pipe between the two. Yeah. Okie dokie. First thing I'm going to take off is actually these two little screws down here. Now this is a JIS screwdriver. It's Japanese industry standard. And if you don't have a set, working on Japanese bikes, it is essential. I might have just sprayed that all over my keyboard. Never mind. I'm good at this making a mess malarkey. Where are these 4 bolts from? Oh well. Right. I'm going to let that soak for a minute. And do we think that's going to come undone? Or do we think... Okay. Do you know what? I do really like this WD-40 Specialist Penetrant. I know everyone's got their preference for penetrating fluid, but I've actually not got a problem with this one. I quite like it. It's convenient. It's got a nice can, nice squirty bit, and it hasn't let me down yet. I know the popular second choice is it automatic transmission fluid and acetone. Yeah, interesting combination. Admittedly, I am yet to try it, but I will do at some point. Okay, so taking that cover off in there. Do you know what? I've got an idea. I'll get my little lamp. What like lamp? You might be able to see that a bit better. There we go. That is what inside that bit at the bottom looks like, and I believe that this will actually just come out like that. That just adjusts the tension on the anti-dive unit. So you can, I don't know, set how anti-divey it is, maybe. Right, next. There is a couple of Allen keys in there. Just, you know what? While I'm doing that one, I'm going to spray everything on this one. So it's got a bit of time to digest. Well, they came out relatively nicely. Okay, so this is actually sprung loaded. Sprung loaded. So I'm holding it together with my fingers now. Oh, these are actually a lot more minging than I thought they were going to be. I don't know why I thought they weren't going to be too bad. I've got a new seal, so let's not worry too much about damaging that. Oh, there's a circlip in there. Okay. I need to go get my circlip removal pliers. Oh look, they've just appeared on my desk. Magic. These aren't the best, to be honest. I do have a better pair, but they're not within reaching distance. Oh gosh, that was lucky. That didn't go into the abyss of the unknown. Okay, so now hopefully I should be able to remove the plunger from it. What should we use for that? Oh, let's try a flathead screwdriver in there. No? Put a bit more of that in. Oh, you couldn't see. Sorry, I was spraying this in the thing. In the thing. Right, so the plunger is moving, but the washer down the bottom here is kind of stuck there. There, got it. Right. So that comes out, that bit there. Got an O-ring on it, which is obviously creating some sort of magical seal. And then in there is a spur ring. This is where we find out I need a special tool. I don't know if you can see, but inside there is like a crowned, I want to say nut. Maybe I can use these little needle nose pliers to rotate it, maybe. Oh, how about that? I can. Oh, not smart cookie. Okay. More. It's a spring with a thing. Spring thing. That is a nicely disassembled case. Oh, wait a minute. There's one more bit. The front half of the plunger. I'm really sorry. The lighting in here isn't great, is it? Does that help or does that hinder? Hinder. That's a great word, isn't it? It's like Tinder, but not dating. There we go. And then the last piece to come out is this little thing. And that is completely disassembled. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to... Oh, wait a minute. We haven't finished. Okay, so that's one half of one disassembled. There's my torch going over. Pop that there. And I'll pop that on there in that little pile of bits. Let's have a look at this half of it. So that also has a plunger in there. And also has what looks like a rotating spring thing. Let's get in there, loosen that up. Sorry, place them in there. Let's do it properly. Let's try and undo all of this. So I'm going to pop this in the vise and get a correct size spanner on it. 10mm by the looks of things. I would bring you to the vise. However, what I'm going to do, bring the vise to you. Aren't I nice? Oh, Ash, you're a kind chap, aren't you? Well, yes. Gotta be kind in this world. Ah, it's my finger. Yep. Okay. We got one that was quite happy to come out, and one that's not happy to come out. I think we were expecting that, though, weren't we? What if I tap it like a friendly kind of like? It's not really holding it in the vice, is it? It's gonna snap, isn't it? And it doesn't help that the vice is coming off the edge of the bench. Come on. This is a problem because this one has to come out because it's a bleed nipple. And if I can't undo the bleed nipple, I'm not going to be able to bleed the anti-dive units, am I? Okay, I'll keep the camera rolling because you're likely to see a snap. Oh, I know. I can stop the vice from tipping if I turn it around like that. And then again, you guys have probably already thought about that. There's probably a comment in the comment section suggesting that. Okay. Oh, come on. Definitely going to have to get a new bleed nipple for it. It's rusted in there. It is rusted in there. It is rusted in there. It is rusted in there. Just realised there's a square section on there that I could put another spanner. Oh my gosh. This is terrifying. Okay, so if I put them like that, then I should be able to hopefully grip the two together. Basically, someone's done it up too tight, haven't they? Maybe a bit of heat. Does that help? What do I want to heat up? I want to heat up the body and not that bit. Shall I try it? Okay, heat gun. How hot do we want to get it? Cool. Don't think it's working. No. Try rotate it that way. Oh no, it's just going to fly out the vice now, isn't it? Oh, now the vice has come off the desk and it's all going wrong. I'm going to let that other one soak in a little bit of the WD and try my luck with this one instead. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to lose my patience. Oh, yes. And they're going to snap. Fortunately, that one's okay. That one's coming out. Will this one come out? The other end came out all right. Oh, feels like I'm going to round that one off. Might be better to go find some mole grips to do this one before I completely mash it up. It'd be also a lot easier if the vice didn't. if the vice wasn't so rubbish. Oh dear. I thought that one was a goner. We're good. We are good. Wow, there's a lot more pieces to these than I thought there would be, to be honest. So that's off. That's out. Those two O-rings on there. This is literally the last. This is literally the last fitting to take out. Oh no, because yeah, I've loosened that one, so that one's okay. Ooh, that's leaking fluid. So I've got a little pot. I don't know if you can see. That is the old fork oil. Just empty that into there. Take that nipply out of there. Okay, so that one. This is for my reference, really. You might not see this bit. That one came out of there. Just this one to try and get out then. Right, new plan. Hold the nipple. And try these grips, maybe. Right, ready? Undo, please. Oh, this vice is so rubbish. Sack off the vice. Sack off the vice. Nothing to lose. Apart from my sanity. Oh! Yeah, I either broke or it started to undo. Oh, come on. You moved a little bit, or did you? Or are you just joking with me? Oh, it's going to snap. Okay, it didn't snap. Right. So on the shopping list is now a decent vice. Yes, look at me, I'm doing it. Yes. The relief in my voice, you would not believe. I need a new one of those because that is a rusty. Don't think the kit's got those in. Nope. I mean, that should just be a standard bleed nipple, I would have thought. I'll have a look into that. Okay, so that is one anti-dive unit completely apart. I am going to take the other one apart, but I'm not going to make you go through all that. I'll let you know if I snap anything. I haven't quite finished disassembling this. Might need a special tool to do that. It's sprung loaded. There's a spring in there. Right. I've gone and got my circlip remover, so I'm hoping I can grip on the inside of there with that. So I don't have a special tool to get in there, so I'm hoping I can grip inside there and maybe undo it. Just loosen it up a little bit with some of this good old penetrant. And then I hold the old trusty. Nope, they're not strong enough. Right, I came up with a new plan. Don't know if you can see there. I can't zoom in this mode. I've put it in the vise, and I'm going to put two Allen keys in there of the same size that fit nicely. There we go. Now I'm going to try and turn that. Ooh, no, I don't think that's going to work, is it? Nope. Oh well. It was worth a punt, wasn't it? Here is a tool I forgot I had. Now it is a socket with loads of pins in. That's not going to be much use on there because the socket fouls on the top. Now, a few years ago, I got myself one and I chopped the top off like that. And I reckon maybe, if I'm lucky, pushing that on there will actually get enough of a grip so I can undo it. Let's give it a go. Nope. Another epic fail. Any other ideas? Well, I found that. One size too small, I think. I need something hexagonally shaped with a hole in it that is that size. Like a bolt, I guess. In fact, that's kind of the right size. If I had a bolt with a hole in it. What? Wait a minute. A bolt with a hole in it. What about a nut? Okay. Good idea while it lasted. Latest plan is many Allen keys. Oh my gosh, no. Doesn't want to come undone, does it? I need new vice. Right. No more messing about. I've bought a new vice. So I'm going to unpackage this and bolt it to the desk. So at least then I've got half a chance of being able to get this annoying threaded thing out. I think it's safe to say there's only one place for this. Now I have a decent vice. I'm going to make a tool. Now, I couldn't find a tool in Halfords. I couldn't find a tool in Tool Station. So I'm going to make a tool. I'm going to use this bolt. I'm going to drill a hole in it. And then I'm going to put it in there. Now, the hex of this bolt is bigger than the hex of this socket. So I need to get the files out and file this down. I don't have a bench sander or anything like that. So I'm going to have to do it old school. Here we go. Okay, so the hole's not massively in the middle. However, it is bigger than the shaft, the little plunger thing in there. So it will clear it. Now I just need to file down the hex so that it is this, well, small enough to fit in the hex of that. I should probably get my vernier and measure, see how much has got to come off. So we are currently 15.91 millimeters. And it needs to be 14.8 millimeters. So half a mil on each face. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're filing it, it's a lot. Now, it's not a stainless steel bolt. It is a mild steel, I think probably zinc plated bolt. So hopefully it won't be too tough. Right. I think that might do it. Oh, yes. That is what I'm talking about. Now, all I have to do is put a couple of nuts on here and it will come undone. Let's give it a little bit more of the WD. Nuts. Tell you what is nuts. It's nuts that this might work. Ready? Come on. Come on. Yeah! You ain't gonna defeat me, Anti-Dive. What? Anti-Dive who? Yeah. Now, I'll sell you this tool. £100. Right. Now I'm going to do the other one, and we will have 2 completely stripped down anti-dive units. And there we have the 2 anti-dive units stripped apart and with all the pieces laid out nicely. I've got new seal kits there. Now I'm not sure if everything is included in there. I don't think it includes that bit that I just kind of wrestled to get out, but if you see inside the chamber that was sitting, you can tell that it definitely needed to come out, and that will have to be cleaned properly. Here's the state of this in the before state. Absolutely covered in grime. You can see the paint is kind of flaking off due to brake fluid damage. They're just minging. And this one is in the post-cleaned state. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than the other one. And as you can see, the paint, yeah, I need to paint it. I'm going to paint it. Yep, decided. And now they're all painted black. Whoop woo woo woo. So wait for that to dry, and then I can put the anti-dive units back together. I also painted this bit of frame as well, just because I had it kicking around in primer from the last time I did some painting, but I'd run out of black paint, and I nearly ran out of black paint this time. And I'm back in the workshop with all my nicely painted parts, and I'm going to sit here and put these back together. Assembly is reversal of removal. And I've got some nice new fuel clips as well. Oh, they're not actually part of the anti-dive units, so take them out. They're part of the rear master brake cylinder for the brakes. And I painted that shaft because it was all, well, it just didn't look great. Cool. So, I've got my work cut out for me. I'm going to get this done, and then they'll be, well, I can put them back on the bike. I also picked up some nice new bleed nipples with rubber covers. And there we have it, all back together, and the only thing left to do is to refit them back onto the bike. There we go, all reattached to the bike. Now I can't fit the top of the anti-dive unit bits in yet because I haven't fitted the mudguard wheel fairing, whatever you want to call it. So I'll do that now, and then we can reattach all of this and it'll be back together. Okay, here we go. Now we've got the nice shiny new black wheel arch fairing mudguard thing that I've decided to go for. And the first thing I need to do is bolt it to the bike to hold it in place. So put a nice new stainless steel bolt in there, and I've got some lock washers to go on the inside, because the last thing we want is for these to work themselves loose and end up in the tyre. Cool. And then same on the other side. So I'll just do that off camera quickly. There we go. I've done it. If you believe me, it's up to you. Next up, we need this piece of shininess to go on there. Like so. You defeat it like a glove. I hope. And then the anti-dive bit comes up around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. It goes in there. And then a nice shiny new bolt. And a nice painted bracket that goes on the back. Obviously there was no point in painting that, but it was bitming in, so that's what I decided to do. And hopefully, okay, let's try that again. Oh, that felt promising. And then that bolt obviously goes in the bottom. There we go. Doesn't that look superb? Now I'm going to do the same on the other side, and the front suspension and brakes and, oh wait, where are the brake calipers? Not attached to the bike. I need to go get them. Right. So they need to go on the front of the bike as well. And of course, not forgetting the anti-dive pipe that went between the two, because I didn't tighten them up because I didn't know the exact position that they needed to be in. So you got one there and one, if I can get a spanner on it, there. Cool. Right, caliper literally just, hopefully, slides on there like that. With one bolt and 2 bolts. I'll go get my torque wrench and do them up to the required torque properly. But that, in essence, is complete. Just need to fit the new brake lines, which I have somewhere. I need to find them. And there is a junction box thing that connects up there to the brake lines to split the one pipe into 2. You know what I mean. So, cool. Happy days. Very happy with that. Amazing. So thank you very much for watching. Join me next time where I will be doing the rear brake assembly, including the rear brake master cylinder, getting the caliper on the bike, and doing the side bracket that holds all the brake master cylinder together and onto the bike. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and I'll catch you next time. Cheers!